I bought a BMW R9T Pure, and I'm gonna mod it to be a touring bike. Yeah, I know it's not a touring bike, but I'm gonna make it one. Uh-oh, what's this? Look at this mess. Mods! So I fell in love with the R9T when I first saw it back in 2013 when I watched the Soulfuel video. I'll put the link in the description. Basically, Fred from Blitz Motorcycles, the expression on his face and the words that come out of his mouth when he sees the R9T for the first time, that's how I felt. It's 2017. It's the aluminum tank with the exposed weld. I did some mods to it, as you can see. I put on Rizoma. These are the MA009 bars, B for black. They're more narrow, which was more comfortable for my wrists. I've got the heli bar risers. These aren't very high, and this bar is smaller than the stock, so I'm going to say that it's probably similar to height, maybe a touch lower. So I'm going to look at putting in the ROX 2-inch risers next. This gives a sporty feel, but those who want a little bit more upright riding position, you're going to want higher risers. So that's what I'm going to go for next. And this is the clutch line that for the ROX risers, you got to cut this zip tie and cut these so you can have that slack extra room to install. Put in my Aero CRG bar end mirrors. With these mirrors installed, they're a little bit wider than my boxer engine, so if I know I'm clearing these, I know I'm clearing that. I thought about putting on the Rizoma lane splitter mirrors, but kind of liked the factor that if I knew I was clearing this, I knew I was clearing my engine while splitting lanes in Los Angeles. I got the Rizoma fairing. This is the taller fairing. As you can see, it tucks up above the gauges here. I also added the tack. With the tack, you get your gear indicators and your RPMs. Didn't get that before. I did a Rizoma fuel cap. Reason why I went for that is the stock, when you lift up, has a little nose here. When you try to put the big old rubber gas nozzle in there, it gets caught on the inside of the cap. The stock OEM cap drive me insane. So that came off. This is the Sargent comfort seat. There it is, Sargent right there. Wanted it for the miles, so put this sucker on. I have a cover for this, but I haven't added it. This is the stock, so this is what it looks like with the new seat, comfort seat next to the stock. And it's very similar, just the shape of it is a little bit more comfortable for long distance. Next up, you got the RSD Oil Cap. Reason why I did this is because one time I was traveling long distance and I forgot my tools that normally go under the seat. Didn't have them in there, so I couldn't open up my oil with that special screw nut thing, little screwdriver they give you. So I was like, I ain't having that again. So I got this. If you ask me, it's overpriced, but it looks nice and it's about the function. Turn that sucker right off. And then I also added the Ventura tail rack. Now, a lot of people say that this messes with the lines of the bike, but for me, it's one of the best things if you want to do a pet carrier and have a little doggy. They sit in here and they'll hold onto the bar. Also, it's a great tail rack. I love it. And if you look at this is the Ventura bag that goes with it. Waterproof zippers, waterproof bag. Look how easy this is. Throw her on. Slips on the top. Pop these under here. And it's just a real quick and easy when you're coming and going. Clip on underneath the rack, and this thing is not going anywhere. There it is. So it's got that nice solid slip on the rack. People are going to say that this thing is hideous, and I don't care. Function over fashion. This is my quick, I'm at the hotel, I'm at the campground, wherever I'm at. Off it goes. I pulled this off another bike. They just move from bike to bike, as I did with these mirrors. These were on my Ducati Monster. I threw them on here. And I got the SW Motech Crash bars, engine bars. You have a little tip over. It's going to save your engine. I don't have the covers on. I haven't spent the money on that, but I did spend the money on this. Next up on my mod list, I'm gonna get the ROX 2-inch bar risers, the Wunderlich Daytona fairing with the large touring screen, and I'm keeping an eye out for a comfortable one-piece bench seat. I'll post another video after I get those things and mod it out. Loving this bike. Oh, and hey, if you're enjoying these videos, please click like and subscribe. It'll encourage Go Pam.